Graduates, families, and friends of graduates, faculty members, colleagues, trustees, and honored guests. I am Cheryl Johnson Odom, and as provost, hello? Can you hear me now? Okay. I am Cheryl Johnson Odom, and as provost and senior vice president for academic affairs, I am privileged to convene Dominican University's spring undergraduate commencement on this third day of May 2014. We are all justly proud of our River Forest campus, from the Priory to Lewis Hall to Palmer Hall. Although today we gather here, a few miles from our home, the distinctively relationship-centered community that inhabits Dominican's familiar buildings and landscape transcends the architecture and boundaries of any particular place through its spirit of caritas and veritas. For today, then, your presence and the joy of all being here together imbues this venue with the spirit of Dominican. Megan Graves, representing today's class of 2014, will deliver this morning's invocation. Megan majored in Black World Studies and Pastoral Ministry with a minor in theology. She's been an assistant in the residence halls at Dominican and actively engaged in university ministry, liturgical choir, peer advising, and the Black Student Union. Megan has also served as this year's student trustee. Embracing fully Dominican University's commitment to global citizenship, she has traveled to 5 continents. Megan has been accepted as a candidate with the Sinsinawa Dominican Sisters and will spend this summer at the Mound in Wisconsin engaged in study and prayer. Please stand for the invocation.
God of relationship, we thank you for gathering us here in this sacred space as we celebrate all of our achievements in the name of Caritas and Veritas. You have given us the strength and compassion to pursue knowledge through study. You have given us sacred moments with our friends, our professors, our mentors, and the Sinsinawa Dominican Sisters to encounter you in community. You have given us peace and fulfillment as a daily practice through prayer and contemplation. You have given us a call to action through serving with others for the common good. For all this, God, we thank you. Dominican University has been our home away from home. Through our diverse community, we have found joy in the challenges and celebration in and beyond the classroom. Move us to work towards the creation of a more just and humane world, and journey with us as we walk together into your future. For all these things, and those we will do in the name of Caritas and Veritas, we thank you. Amen. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Donna M. Carroll has served Dominican University as president since 1994. In fact, today, when we complete this afternoon's ceremony, it will mark the 60th Dominican commencement over which she has presided. How is that for continuity? It is my pleasure to introduce her to you this morning, President Donna Carroll.
Good morning, graduates, colleagues, family, and friends. We gather as the extended Dominican family in this still new space, embraced by enduring traditions, to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2014. Graduates, this is the penultimate moment of transition. As I look out at so many familiar faces, eyes sparkling with anticipation, I wonder, as presidents do, Do I really have to let you go to new jobs, new cities, and heaven forbid, to other alma maters? And yet I know that you are ready, and that makes me very proud. I am also proud of the course of study that you have completed. Whatever your major, the liberal arts and sciences core of your education has demanded a spirit of inquiry and a rigor that are foundational. What began hopefully as a quest for excellence has now seeded a search for wisdom that will transform for the better not only your life, but the lives of those you influence. As Phaedrus once said, loosely translated, and as I wish for each of you today, we are educated once, and indeed it should take a whole life to get over it, to cease being astonished by what is. Graduates, as you walk across the stage today, this enormous stage today, and begin the next stage of your life, I hope that your Dominican education has given you new insights and a capacity to enjoy new things. I hope it has given you confidence in your abilities, but also, and most important, I hope that it has left you curious and hungry for knowledge. Because as we know and often say, the search for truth is unending. You, the class of 2014, are an amazing class, gifted academically and artistically, globally conscious with a thirst for justice, campus leaders with an enormous capacity for friendship. On behalf of your soon-to-be alma mater, Dominican University, I salute you and I congratulate you. And now, to begin today's celebration of our students' academic achievement, I'm delighted to introduce the 2014 Dorothy Mulroy Award winner and recipient. Each year since 1983, the university has bestowed the Mulroy Award upon a graduating senior. This is the most prestigious award a Dominican undergraduate can receive. This award was established by the late Thomas R. Mulroy in memory of his wife Dorothy, a member of the class of 1931. The Mulroy Award honors a student who has shown outstanding academic ability and leadership throughout 4 years at Dominican. A few weeks ago, at our dinner honoring the academic accomplishments of today's graduating seniors, I announced, on the recommendation of the faculty and staff and the selection committee, the recipient of the 2014 Dorothy Mulroy Award winner, Jacob Stewart. Jacob, please step forward and join me at the podium. Jacob has been excelling academically and radiating joy for the last 4 years as he has worked to complete a major in theater arts as well as a certificate in elementary education. Jacob has been on the dean's list or the honors list every semester that he has been at Dominican. He has earned the Presidential Scholarship and the Golden Star Award and was inducted into Kappa Delta Pi, the National Education Honor Society. He has been a wonderful peer advisor in the Rosary College Advising Office and a diligent, thoughtful contributor to the work of the college's Committee on Curriculum and Educational Policies, working side by side with faculty. Jacob has shared his considerable dramatic and vocal talents with the entire community by delighting and inspiring us in so many theater arts productions over the years. He has excelled in many leadership roles on campus, holding executive board positions within multiple student organizations, working in several Dominican offices, and being a stellar orientation leader, welcoming hundreds of incoming freshmen to campus. Those who know Jacob best will say that Jacob's most shining attribute is his passion for social justice and his commitment to participate in the creation of a more just and humane world. He has volunteered at 10,000 Villages, San Miguel School, and Nazareth Farm. He has traveled to Haiti and Guatemala on service learning trips and study abroad. After graduation, Jacob will do a year of volunteer service, then earn his master's degree in social work and pursue a career in the nonprofit sector. Congratulations, Jacob. On behalf of the Dominican University community, I wish you great fulfillment as you pursue your service and education, following your dream to keep changing the world. It is my pleasure to introduce Jacob Stork as our 2014 Dorothy Reiner Mulroy Award recipient.
Thank you so much. I have always enjoyed looking upon life as an adventure, or as a journey in which each of us is granted the remarkable opportunity to forge our own path. It is not always an easy journey, and it often does not go the way that we planned, but I believe that is what makes it so incredibly exhilarating. In the fall of 2010, I began a new adventure, along with each one of you, that would change my life forever. If you are what you should be, you will set the world on fire. We hear these words of the great Saint Catherine of Siena often echoed in the halls of this university, but what do they really signify? Upon some reflection, I have understood them to mean that we all have such an incredible power to make a difference in the world, but we cannot do so unless we are first able to accept and love ourselves fully. If we are not able to do this, then we cannot even begin the process of loving and serving others. Furthermore, they mean that each of us has a set of gifts that we have been blessed with. And when we use those gifts to create positive change, that is when we are truly able to set the world on fire. I am sure that each of you will agree that Dominican has not only supported us on the path towards discovering our own gifts, but has also given us the tools to be able to use them effectively. Personally, I have always felt a great joy in doing service work and in working for social causes, but it has been through my time at Dominican that I have been able to solidify exactly how I would like to incorporate those gifts into my life and a career in the nonprofit field. While I was in Guatemala this past January, we spent a day building a stove in the home of a family from a small village near where we were staying. However, I admittedly spent the majority of my time that day playing with a couple of the children that lived there, rather than actually building the stove. As my Spanish-speaking abilities are somewhat limited, it was not the easiest task to communicate with them, but we were able to get by with what I knew of the language and with some creative gestures and facial expressions. My camera fascinated them, so I let them take some photos with it, and the looks of delight on their face will never leave my mind for as long as I live. We played together for the next couple of hours, sharing in the brief time that we had. In the end, what made this day so beautiful was not actually building the stove, but it was the time that I was able to spend with those children and the relationships that we had the opportunity to form. This made the work that we were doing so much more meaningful because it illustrated the idea that the actions we take can have such a positive effect on individual people. This experience stands out as one of my many memories from my time at Dominican that taught me to ground my actions in a sense of love, or caritas. As time passed, I discovered that my philosophy was really beginning to be shaped around the concept that service should be rooted in people, love, and the relationships that we form with one another, a truly Dominican idea. I have been shown that it is only through living out compassionate service that we can truly participate in the creation of a more just and humane world. Throughout the past 4 years, Dominican has not only helped us to discover our gifts, but it has taught us how to use them to live out its mission statement, something that I personally feel very connected to. Over the last few months, as graduation has neared, you've probably been given countless pieces of advice from everyone in your life, all with good intentions, of course. But if I may, I would like to offer you just one more. Embrace your gifts. Embrace them and live them out with every ounce of vigor and passion that you have. I'm reminded of a quote I once heard from Bernard Meltzer. Use those talents you have. You will make it. You will give joy to the world. Take this tip from nature. The woods would be a very silent place if no birds sang except those who sang best. We have much yet to learn in life, but we will not learn if we sit silently waiting, if we do not at least try to be something extraordinary. As we grow and mature, our gifts will grow and mature as well, but we must allow them to do so. You have so much to give to the world, and I cannot wait to hear about all of the remarkable things that you will do. I have no doubt that each and every one of you will light the world on fire through your words and actions and in every path that you choose to take. I urge you to cherish each and every moment and to embrace the adventure that is life. And so with this I say, thank you for the incredible adventure, Dominican University class of 2014. I am honored to have shared this piece of your journey with you and to have witnessed all that you have accomplished. You have blessed me with an abundance of caritas and veritas every step of the way, and for that I am forever grateful. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your Dominican experience with us, Jacob. Dean Jeffrey Carlson of Rosary College of Arts and Sciences will introduce the recipient of the Rosary College's 2014 Excellence in Leadership and Teaching Award.
For nearly 30 years, the faculty of Rosary College of Arts and Sciences has selected a colleague to receive the Excellence in Teaching and Leadership Award. The recipient must demonstrate a strong record of service to the college and university through significant work on standing committees and other important administrative duties. In addition, he or she must have an excellent continuing record of scholarship, along with compelling evidence of teaching effectiveness, including curricular innovations and classroom practices that promote student learning. This year, the faculty of Rosary College has selected David Craig to receive the 2014 Excellence in Leadership and Teaching Award. David, please join me at the podium. David Craig, professor of biology, is completing his 34th and final year at Dominican University. David has developed and superbly taught many different courses, including ecology, evolution, genetics, invertebrate zoology, and general biology. He served as department chair for 15 years, overseeing a time of unprecedented growth in student enrollment and playing a truly pivotal role in the design and building of Palmer Hall, home to the biological and physical sciences. David has mentored new faculty colleagues so wonderfully over the years, building a department known for its collegiality and dedication to students. He has always struck the right balance between rigorous, high standards and concern for the well-being and development of each and every student and colleague. David has made so many other strong contributions to the university over the years, serving on major curriculum and planning committees and being a strong voice advocating for the highest quality liberal arts and sciences education for our students. Dr. Craig is published in the areas of ecological and evolutionary biology through studies of the behavior of beetles, and has been a source of great encouragement and support for the research projects of other faculty, as well as a powerful advocate for undergraduate research at Dominican. And truly, he exemplifies the lifelong learner as an avid and broad reader and thinker across multiple disciplines. We will miss him as he leaves Dominican, and we wish him a wonderful next chapter in his life. It is my personal pleasure to present David Craig with the Rosary College's 2014 Excellence in Leadership and Teaching Award. Congratulations, David.
To the faculty of Dominican University, I'd like to say that I am both honored and humbled by the recognition that you have given me. I cannot imagine a group of educators anywhere in the world that is more dedicated to undergraduate teaching and scholarship than you. To be honored by such a group is humbling. To the students and their families, I'm happy. Today is a day that you will remember for the rest of your life. The details of today will fade, but not their importance. I do, however, have one small request to make of the graduates today. A month ago, my wife and I were, while in the company of our best friends, celebrating a very significant milestone in her life, a birthday, though I'm not at liberty to tell you which one. During our celebratory meal, in which lively conversations were taking place, a friend turned to my wife and, in a voice that all could hear, said, "The world is a better place because of you." If you knew my wife, you wouldn't be surprised by someone making this comment. I, of course, agreed, as I'm sure everyone else at the party did, and our noisy conversations quickly resumed. My wife has had a very successful professional career in math education, but that was not why the comment was made. It was made because of what she has done in her personal life. Now, I'm not here to brag about my BFF. A few minutes are not enough time anyway, but the story does lead me to the request that I'm about to make of you. I want each of you to make the world a better place. It is incumbent on each of us to do this. Sometimes it seems an impossible task. We are bombarded each day by headlines that suggest that the world is not better than it once was. Some openly long for the good old days. But memories are tricky things. The old days weren't that good. How you accomplish this request that I'm making of you and the path that you will take is up to you. Some of you will accomplish it through your professional life, others through your personal life. It will take all of the gifts that you were born with and all of the skills that you have learned at Dominican and elsewhere to accomplish this task. Though no one can tell you exactly how to make the world a better place, many will try. Let me be among the first. To find your path, I'd like to remind you of the mission statement of Dominican University: to pursue truth, to give compassionate service, and to participate in the creation of a more just and humane world. In this mission statement is your path. I believe that in the future, the world will be a better place, both because of your actions and because of the actions of those you inspire. Thank you.
Thank you, David. That was a wonderful message to our students. And as a wife myself, I'm particularly impressed by your message about your BFF. Madam President, it is now my pleasure to present Dr. Daniel J. Carey, who was recommended for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Dr. Carey, please step forward. Father Richard Woods, OP, Professor of Theology, and Dr. Mary Jo Schuler, a member of the Board of Trustees, will assist Dr. Carey with the doctoral hood, symbolizing his honorary degree from Dominican. Dr. Amy McCormick, Senior Vice President for Finance and Administration, will read the citation recognizing Dr. Carey.
Dan Carey has special insight into the challenges faced by first-generation college students because he was one himself. Growing up in southwestern Iowa, he was much more likely to carry on his family's farming tradition than to attend college. But the encouragement of his parish priest, as well as scholarships, work-study programs, and summer jobs made college a possibility. He traded milking cows and raising corn for the halls of Benedictine College in Kansas. The memory of struggling to afford his education serves him well as he welcomes new students, many of whom are also first generation, at the start of every academic year. After 10 remarkably successful years as president of Edgewood College, in Madison, Wisconsin, Dan will retire at the end of this academic year. During his tenure, Dan has spearheaded a number of significant construction projects, all of which were built with environmental sustainability in mind. In recognition of his outstanding environmental stewardship, Edgewood College was the first higher education institution in the state of Wisconsin to achieve Green Tier status from the Department of Natural Resources. Dan also oversaw the inauguration of Edgewood's Henry Pretelin School of Nursing, which is now the college's most popular major. The school, which offers a Doctor of Nursing degree, announced last year a $1 million gift to create a Center for Primary Care Innovation to engage nursing students in progressive models of primary care delivery. But perhaps the initiative of which Dan is most proud is the Community Scholars Program, because it gives him the opportunity to make a college education a reality for students like he was. Young people with challenging financial situations, but great academic potential. The program, which is offered in partnership with Madison area businesses, provides qualified students with full scholarships in return for a commitment to provide community service during their college experience. In addition to his accomplishments at Edgewood, Dan has established himself as a national leader in higher education, serving as board chair of the National Association of Independent Colleges and Universities, and on the board of the Council of Independent Colleges. He also launched a National Executive Leadership Symposium, now in its 9th year, for aspiring college and university presidents. As he winds down his own presidency, Dan is looking forward to golfing, biking, and traveling with his wife, Terry, who has truly served as his co-president at Edgewood. A man with a serious case of wanderlust, Dan has traveled with Terry and their sons, Christopher and Matthew, all over the world. Undoubtedly, he has a number of other exotic locales in his sights. Dan maintains that the best part of his job as president is seeing students change and grow and mature, a process he has referred to as magical. We are delighted to honor him for the many years in which he made that magic possible.
By the power vested in me by the Cincinnati Dominican Congregation, the Board of Higher Education of the State of Illinois, the trustees of Dominican University, and with the approval of the faculty, it gives me great pleasure to confer upon you, Daniel J. Carey, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa. The big diploma's over there. This is just a little something for him to carry off the stage. Dan.
I promise to be very brief, and I just have two real messages. First of all, though, I do want to say, Amy, I don't know where you dug all that up. That is not in my bio. So you found information that was pretty cool, and it's all pretty much true. So thank you for your good research. But the irony of me receiving an honorary doctorate today, this is only my 19th year as a college president. You know, there's someone that has more experience than me right here on the stage, and I have been a great admirer of hers all these years. And for the graduates, you may not know, but there's been an incredible transformation from Rosary College to Dominican University. And I know that your CEO and your board and the faculty and staff, what I can learn is so much like our own. They love the students. So I want to congratulate Donna on the transformation of Dominican. You want to join me in thanking her for her great work? That was message one. Message two is to the graduates. First of all, how many of you are first generation to go to college? Okay, look at this. Yeah, you should. You should applaud yourselves. And all of the graduates, first generation or not, our global world needs you. They need well-educated, values-driven graduates to go out and change the world in ways not just with your work, but ways that you change your communities. And you're going to have plenty of ethical challenges over the next few years. Your Dominican values are your compass. They're a guide. They're a way for you to know the decisions that you should make going forward. So I want to just say thank you for this honor and congratulations to all the graduates and their families. Thank you.
Madam President, it is now my pleasure to present Juliana Richardson, who was recommended for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. After receiving her honorary degree, Ms. Richardson will deliver this morning's commencement address. Juliana, please step forward. Megan Graves, class of 2014, and Dan Hill, a member of our Board of Trustees, will assist Ms. Richardson with the doctoral hood, symbolizing her honorary degree from Dominican. Dr. Lisa Lorenick, Professor of History and Director of American Studies in Rosary College, will read the citation recognizing Ms. Richardson. Lisa?
The seeds of Juliana Richardson's passion for capturing the history of African American history were sown when, as a fourth grader, she was asked by her teacher about her ethnic heritage. And all she could remember studying in school about African Americans was George Washington Carver and his work with peanuts and slavery. This lack of knowledge about her own history became the roots of her life's work. As founder and executive director of the History Makers, Ms. Richardson is committed to documenting the lived stories of African American history. Her organization preserves and provides easy access to an archival collection of thousands of video oral histories of African Americans, from the famous, including President Barack Obama, Ernie Banks, and Eartha Kitt, to the unsung, including William Thompson, a former Tuskegee Airman, and Julia Bond, a librarian at Atlanta University. Ms. Richardson is on an urgent mission to capture the memories of people before they take their stories of tragedy and triumph to their graves. She has compared each death to a burning library, and she is racing against the clock. The oldest of four sisters growing up in small-town Pennsylvania, Ms. Richardson was determined to become an actress. She attended Brandeis University, where she graduated magna cum laude with a double major in theater arts and American studies. But after realizing that there were not a lot of theatrical roles for black women, she enrolled at Harvard Law School. Shortly after graduating, she moved to Chicago to practice corporate law at Jenner and Block. In the early 1980s, she served as Chicago's cable administrator and established the city's first regulatory cable commission. She also started her own production company, SCTN Teleproductions, which managed 3 local cable channels for TCI, then the nation's largest cable operator. Founded in 1999, the History Makers now contains an archive of 2,600 oral histories documenting the rich diversity of the African American experience across the 20th century. The organization shares these oral histories with the world through its online archives, its public programs, its educational outreach to students and teachers eager to help preserve these important stories. For the past 15 years, Juliana Richardson has worked tirelessly to both preserve and celebrate African American history through the voices of those who have lived it. For this, she is indeed an extraordinary history maker.
By the power vested in me by the Cincinnati Dominican Congregation, the Board of Higher Education of the State of Illinois, the trustees of Dominican University, and with the approval of the faculty, it gives me great pleasure to confer upon you, Juliana Richardson, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Thank you. Today represents a rainbow of opportunities, a lifetime of possibilities. Dominican slogan is Inspired Minds, Amazing Possibilities. To the undergraduate class of the 2014 class of Dominican University, this is what I hope for you. As I stand here, I cannot help but look out at your sea of faces, and my heart flutters and says thank you. Megan, Jacob, Jeff, David, it is a pleasure to share this stage with you. This is your special day, and since I'm also a graduate now, I must say this is our special day. To this esteemed institution, I say thank you to President Donna Carroll. Your words in your letter to me rang so true. We both graduated in 1976, 38 years ago. I didn't think I would say that at some point. Just miles apart. Neither you or I could have imagined that we would share this stage today. To Provost Johnson Odom, you were in the early group of people that I consulted about my dream, my vision. Thank you. I would like to acknowledge my friends and family who have joined me today, for they share, like others here, our success. I also want to acknowledge my mother, Margaret Richardson, who is 84 years old. She is my harshest critic and my strongest supporter. She opens our office every morning at 7:30, where she climbs the stairs, answers the phone, and greets our guests. There's nothing like a parent's love to back a child's dream, even if she's 60 years old. Zhu Sun, our business and operations manager, whose native country is China, is here always. She is here also. She has shown a stellar and amazing commitment to the advancement and growth of our organization. Then there's Shirley Alonso from Guyana. A teacher by training, she fell in love with libraries. When she was not able to find work as a librarian, she attended what was then Rosary College, where she received her MILS degree in 1980. She has volunteered for us for every week over 11 years. Because of her diligent volunteer efforts, it will soon be announced that the Library of Congress will be the permanent repository for the history makers. There are other intersections, though, between Dominican and the history makers. When one of our history makers, the late Effie Lee Morris, the nation's most preeminent children's librarian, knew that death was at her door, she gifted her entire collection of African American children's book, the largest in the country, to the care and attention of Dominican Susan Roman and Butler's Children's Literature Center. Finally, when we were looking to operate a program to train African American archivists, it was faculty member Cecilia Salvatore of Dominican that we called on. President Carroll, in your letter, you said that Dominican sisters would always say that Providence provides. Doesn't this seem all providential? God's hands at work. A little bit about my story. I was once you. I remember my graduation like it was yesterday. My parents had traveled from Ohio to Boston in a camper trailer. I'm first generation also, the oldest of 4 girls. I had several months before announced to my parents that I was not going to attend my graduation ceremony, that I was just not into things like that, and graduations were passé. My parents promptly responded that they had worked just too hard and that I had no decision in the matter, and that was that. What foolhardy thoughts of a young 22-year-old. Graduation ceremonies are important markers in one's life. While they mark the end of tests and studies and teacher assessments and classes, they also represent so much a new beginning. More importantly, had I not attended my undergraduate law school graduation ceremonies, how regretful I would be standing here in front of you. I would always have wondered what I had missed. Now when I look out on you, I think of with wonderfully warm feelings and longings for the time that I spent as an undergraduate. It was simply 4 of the best years of my life. I want to tell you a little bit about my work and why it came to be. I was raised, as it was said, in a steel mining town called Duquesne, Pennsylvania. I grew up knowing my great-grandfather, Nelson Davidson, who we called Papa. He was 97 years old. We would whisper that Papa had been born into slavery. The vestiges of slavery were so hard that those who lived through it just didn't want to talk about it. When I was 9 years old, the only thing, as it was said to you, that we studied about black people were slavery and George Washington Carver. It was hard for my little 9-year-old mind to wrap my head around the fact that he could have done all those things as botanists with peanuts when all we had been were slaves. Spin forward. My sophomore year at Brandeis University, I'm doing independent research on the Harlem Renaissance at New York's Schomburg Library. It was a fall October day. I remember it as if it were yesterday. I'm listening to the song I'm Just Wild About Harry that became President Harry Truman's theme song. Imagine my glee when I learned that this song had been written by a black songwriting team of Noble Sissel and U.B. Blake. I felt exhilarated. Black people had really contributed to society. I was excited for all that that stood for. I was overjoyed that I had found my background and identity, so much so that I took my tape recorder around the streets of Harlem for the next few days, interviewing anyone I could interview about the Harlem Renaissance. I've had a very eclectic career, from actress like Jacob, to corporate lawyer, to home shopping founder, to cable television producer. But 15 years ago, I decided that I wanted to have my life stand for something. What was I going to leave behind? What was I going to make better for future generations? I went deep inside myself, and out came this wonderfully rich project. Out came my destiny. Those interviews that I did in college had left an indelible mark on me. I set out with a grand vision to document 20th and 21st century African American history. I declared that it would be the largest effort since the WPA narratives. Now, 15 years later, we are the largest archive of our kind in the world. 9,000 hours of testimony on tape. The earliest recollection dating back to the 1700s, interviews done in over 80 U.S. cities and towns, including international locations like Norway, the Caribbean, and Mexico. The dream that I had has not been without its ups and downs. In 2007, I had to lay off all my staff. One night, I literally broke down and cried on the floor of my office. Everything that I had done with my dream had just become too difficult. But I held fast, and the rainbow emerged. So that is why I want to talk to you today about the rainbow of possibilities. Because even though you have, as new graduates, the rest of your life ahead of you, you will find that in the hurry of life, time goes by much too quickly. And sometimes life can just pass you by. So first of all, I want you to dream. When I think of dreams, I think of the rainbow colors of violet and indigo. Out of your dreams will come your reality, but please be careful what you dream. What do I mean? You can dream that you want a big house, a private jet, your own property, a piece of the American pie. But what are you going to do with all of that? What is your life going to stand for? What are you going to leave behind? Your dream cannot be complete unless it includes that give back component, the ability to give without expecting anything in return. The next thing I want to talk about is have a plan, not a brand. In talking about this, I think of the standout rainbow colors of blue and green. Several years ago, I was with a group of young people like yourself, and the subject of getting ahead and personal brands came up. Now, this subject was not new to me, but this conversation was different as a young woman proclaimed that personal brand was all that mattered and that she would not do anything unless it furthered her personal brand. Now, I thought to myself, a little bit too much reality television. But that conversation took me back to a time when I was a young lawyer and having a conversation with a group of coworkers. And one person announced that he went to the law library every day so that he could be seen reading the newspaper and smoking his pipe. Now, when he said that, I couldn't believe it. Maybe that was why I was really struggling at the law firm. That person was concerned about his personal brand. That fellow associate went on to become partner. He struggled, and he left the firm. I left the firm shortly after that conversation, but today that law firm represents our organization on a pro bono basis. So a plan, not a personal brand, is what is important. Also, two other caveats I want to leave you with. Never, ever burn bridges. I do not care if you have to bite your tongue until it bleeds, but always end things right. Doing so will gain the respect of others. Also, value your mentors. The mentor-mentee relationship, if you have it, is one of life's most precious gifts. Finally, ask, would you recognize your soul in the dark? I always thought it was important that I would be able to look myself in the mirror. I didn't want to sell myself out or compromise my own principles at the sake of being successful. The other thing I want to leave you with is the world is really your oyster. The world and changes are moving at lightning speed. For me, this represents the rainbow color of orange. It is a more complicated world. Over the past 20 years, we have seen cataclysmic change. The internet, social media, wars, global warming, and other natural disasters, from cyberbullying to the near financial collapse, these issues have affected us all. The fact is we live in a different world, one that will require new solutions and new approaches. This challenge I leave to your generation. Finally, I want to leave you with the last two colors of the rainbow, yellow and red. Yellow is for commitment, strong and bold. So I want you to think about what you are committed to. Those who stay committed to their promise, they're the ones who we see will make profound change. Last but not least, I leave you with the last color in the rainbow, and that is red. And red for me stands for passion. I do not mean the romantic passion of desire, but the passion that burns in one's soul, that inspires one to new heights. If I can give you passion for a lifetime, for your dreams, for your aspirations, I gift you success. There will be no task too hard or obstacle too wide. There will be nothing that you cannot do. So the graduates of the Dominican University class of 2014, I like the sound of that. I want you to grab the rainbow of possibilities, violet, indigo, green, blue, orange, yellow, and red. I want you to have dreams and plans and life as your oyster, commitment and passion. Remember, today is the beginning of the rest of your lives. I thank you for this honor, and I thank you for the opportunity to share the stage with you today. Thank you.
And now we get to the other meat of today's ceremony, and that is the awarding of degrees. And as soon as I find my place. But first, I want to thank Juliana for sharing with us her own amazing story. And now, to present this year's candidates for bachelor's degrees from Dominican University, Dr. Jeffrey Carlson, Dean of the Rosary College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. David Aaron, Associate Professor of Marketing and Chair of Undergraduate Programs in the Brennan School of Business, and Dr. Colleen Reardon, Dean of the School of Education. The names of all of this morning's graduates will be read by Trudy Goggin, Dean of Students, Krista Hansen, Assistant Professor of Theater Arts in Rosary College, and Douglas Caberline Gutierrez, Associate Professor of History in Rosary College. Jeff Carlson.
Madam President, I have the honor of presenting candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Medical Science. They have complied fully with all the requirements of Dominican University's Rosary College of Arts and Sciences, and they have been recommended by the faculty to the trustees of the university for their degrees. Cyrus Grant, Associate Dean of Rosary College and Faculty Marshal, will assist President Carroll with diplomas.
Iris Natasha Burgos. In the Department of Apparel Design and Merchandise, in Apparel Design, Lydia Granger. Michelle Lynn Karazowski. Megan Elizabeth Knapp. Megan Ginger Madden. In apparel merchandising, Christina Marie Atherton. Caitlin Ann Kleppy. Adida Dwornak. Michelle Marie Hall. Dana Marie Nolan. Gabriela Orozco. Nina Denise Pellicci. Alex Zelgado. Sierra Lynn Toomer. Natalie Marie Van Holst. Marina, in the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Art History, Marina Angelopoulos. Lauren Elizabeth Godsell, who also majored in English, University Honors, Distinction in Art History. Molly McGrail, who also majored in French Studies. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Graphic Design, Matthew Cancillo. Lucero Dominique Felucio. Joshua Hoig. Caitlin Marissa Cometti, University Honors, Distinction in Graphic Design. Danny Ochoa. Thank you very much. Osvaldo Rodriguez, who also majored in photography. Brianna Allison Sands. Christopher Philip Swasco, who also majored in photography. Carlos Tovar. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Painting, Jacqueline Becerra. Mickey Marie Crespo, who is also completing her teacher certification, Special Art, K through 12, with University Honors, magna cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Painting, Kathleen Elizabeth Gomez. Faustina Marie Halinsky, who also majored in sculpture. Mary Kathleen Mann. The degree of Bachelor of Art in Photography, Alexander Salvatore D. Samantha Jean Hopper, who also majored in graphic design, University Honors, distinction in photography and graphic design, cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Sculpture, Tess Ferris. And the degree of Bachelor of Science in Natural Science, University Honors, magna cum laude. Thank you. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in International, major in Pre-Architecture, Faith Janelle Harper.
The degree of Biological Sciences, Bachelor of Science in Biology, Robert Baird. Siri Leanne Borud. Melissa Marie Buds, University Honors. Stephanie Rita Capiello, University Honors, Distinction in Biology. Katerina Jennifer Giglio. Elizabeth Goloshensky. Therese Marie Golimo. Victoria Hernandez. Geraldine Lucille Holmes, who also majored in environmental science, University Honors, distinction in biology. Ana Juarez. Jamie Alexandra Musson. Amanda O'Mara. Amber Brooke Potts. Jennifer Sandoval, University Honors. Kyle Sherwin. In the Department of Biological Sciences, the degree of Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science, Danielle Ernisi, University Honors. Patrick Linshatsky. In Natural Science, Patricia Alamillo. Jean Nellen Biebus. Rashik Bland. Catherine Jacqueline Buds, University Honors. Surya Rata Choch. Ian Cook. Mia Duarte. Paige Ann Gabrielle. Sofia Gardenova. Roberto George. James Kadowski. Christina Kerr. Oshuka Magella Nutwal, and the degree of Bachelor of Arts also in Black World Studies. Ariel Helen Preston. Taylor Spendoni. Stephanie Tran. Stephanie Marie Vielman. Dominica Marie Walczak. Sarah Beth Wall. Emily Wessel. Kenesha McToy, who also majored in political science. In the Department of Communication Arts and Sciences, the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Corporate Communications, David Lamont Combest. William Foley. Ambrel Yashik Gambrel. Julia Grama. Sarah Christine Gromek. Elisa Marie Giuliano, who also majored in journalism. Leela Sims. Rachel Nicole Toddy. In journalism, Anthony Garcia. Lavelle Marquis Garner III. Jacqueline Raquel Glazniak, who also majored in political science. In rhetoric and communication, Andrea Cardoza. In computer science, Erwin Kurt, University Honors Distinction in Computer Science. Caitlin Adeline Karowski. Juan Diego Rodriguez. Elizabeth Rosales. Hector Luis Santiago. Kayla Suarez. Kyle Teston.
In the Department of English, the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Science in English, Jennifer Louisa Dunkowski, magna cum laude. Kathleen Elizabeth Eck has completed teacher certification, secondary education in English, magna cum laude. Maxwell Dumontel Harris. Amanda Lynn Jasik, magna cum laude. Margaret Mary Lee has completed teacher certification, secondary education in English, magna cum laude. Sandra Yvette Lopez, cum laude. Vedrana Marek is completing teacher certification, secondary education in English, magna cum laude. Patricia Camille Sabater. Rudolph William Soto. Jessica Torfey is completing teacher certification in elementary education. Ariel Valine is completing teacher certification, secondary education in English. In the Department of History, Colleen Marie Delaney. Haley Fraley, cum laude. Guadalupe Gonzalez has completed teacher certification in elementary education, cum laude. Matthew Landis, University Honors, Distinction in History. Peter Milos Milenkovic, cum laude. Daniel Bartolo Ramirez is completing teacher certification in elementary education, summa cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Mathematics, Jessica Ferraro has completed teacher certification in secondary education, cum laude. Andrew Aducci has completed teacher certification, secondary education in mathematics, university honors, magna cum laude. Tolin Candela is completing teacher certification, secondary education in mathematics. Lisa Gulo, who also majored in economics, university honors, distinction in mathematics, summa cum laude. Magdalena Maria Kolek is completing teacher certification in elementary education, magna cum laude. Ivan Machuca has completed teacher certification in elementary education, magna cum laude. Joanna Cesara, distinction in mathematics. Megan Schultz, who has also completed a dual degree in engineering. Sarah Catherine Severin has completed teacher certification, secondary education in mathematics, university honors, magna cum laude. Courtney Kristen Smalarts. Kelvin Huico Tiongson is completing teacher certification, secondary education in mathematics. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, in Italian Studies, Concetta Giuseppina Stamfa, who also majored in Spanish Studies. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Spanish Studies, Sonia Kalek. Cynthia Elizabeth Larios has completed teacher certification in K-12 Spanish.
The degree of Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience, Chimaka Agomacho. Camelia Irina Habina, University Honors, magna cum laude. Erin Elizabeth van Buskirk. The degree of Bachelor of Science in Food Industry Management, John Gernig. In Food Science and Nutrition, Khalid Al-Katani. In Nutrition and Dietetics, Haley Butler, University Honors, magna cum laude. Cara Therese Cruz. Claire Mary Dzelski, University Honors, cum laude. Andrea Dietz, who also completed an interdepartmental degree in German Studies, magna cum laude. Diego Escobar. Brian Patrick Gecking. Claudia Laskowski, University Honors, cum laude. Carmel Manny. Fatia Ruaba. Melanie Ann Taylor. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, Ann Harnett Farrell. Laura Rovey, University Honors, magna cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Science in Biology, Chemistry, Gabriela Cosaleon. John D. Cristofano, University Honors, summa cum laude. Natalie Goetz, University Honors, magna cum laude. Claudia Kupinska. Estacia Morales, University Honors, magna cum laude. Christine Huynh, University Honors, magna cum laude. Nicole Marie Saus. The degree of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Jonathan Kabai. the degree of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Sana Ahmed. Sana. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in International Relations and Diplomacy, Ahmed Al-Hamar. Eric Diaz. Israel Gallegos. Benjamin Holmes, who also majored in Spanish studies. Laura Rincon, University Honors, magna cum laude. Anna Wojciechowski. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, Griselda Baki, University Honors, cum laude. Cynthia Chaidez. Anthony Patrick Pisano, University Honors, summa cum laude. Eduardo Ramirez. Jonathan Joaquin Salamanca, who also majored in journalism. Holly Ray Sammons. Miranda Claire Del Negro Skiham. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology, Joanne Queen Agzalud, University Honors, magna cum laude. Kevin Williams Amarantos, University Honors, magna cum laude. Mercedes Aponte. Bridget Benz. Andres Carrion, cum laude. Kimberly Ann Giannini, cum laude. Roxana Tejas Gonzalez, cum laude. Tracy Halunka. Renee Irene Hunter, distinction in psychology, University Honors, summa cum laude. Brianna Lee Martin, University Honors. Kristen Norman. Yossi Alea Medina. Taryn Jade Patla. Jamie Carol Pyra. Simona Salvek. Janus Sapola. Thomas Vincent Sazban, University Honors, cum laude. Terrence Peter Vant. Marcy Christine Wiklansky, University Honors, cum laude. I'm sorry, magna cum laude. Darina Yakimek, University Honors, summa cum laude. Samantha Nicole Diedick. Carly Hevronic. Artem Kityachik. Malgorzata Roscoe, University Honors, magna cum laude.
In the Department of Sociology and Criminology, the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Criminology, David Aranda. Kimberly Sue Bazek, who also majored in Sociology, University Honors, magna cum laude. Christine Renee Belmont, who also majored in Sociology, cum laude. Mary Claire Costello, who also majored in Sociology, cum laude. Carla Marie Duca, who also majored in Sociology, magna cum laude. Noemi Garcia, who also majored in Sociology. Bernice Hinojosa, who also majored in Sociology. Christopher William Kakavis, who also majored in Sociology, magna cum laude. Joseph Kransny. Joseph Latelli. Rebecca Mary Lawler, who also majored in Sociology, cum laude. Yasina Munoz, who also majored in Sociology. Andy Nunez. Ivan Ortega, who also majored in Sociology. Carmen Celeste Rodriguez, who also majored in Political Science, magna cum laude. Jocelyn Salgado. Matthew Alexander Sheehan, who also majored in Sociology. Anita Trasick, who also majored in Sociology. In Sociology, Suzanne Marie Atterbury. Eliath Buccio, who also majored in Criminology, cum laude. Rebecca Kozo, who also majored in Criminology. Robin Grace Curran, who also majored in Italian Studies, magna cum laude. Joel De La Torre Contreras. Lisbeth Delgado, who also majored in Criminology. Cindy Diaz, magna cum laude. Claudia Lisbeth España, who also majored in Criminology. Elisa Fabian, who also majored in Criminology. Tamika Hall, cum laude. Logan Riley Harris, who also majored in criminology, magna cum laude. Stephanie Herrera. Ashley Patricia Jackamack. Maureen Elizabeth Lemick, who also majored in criminology, university honors, summa cum laude. Catherine Marsh Folk. Jamie Lee Moneras has completed teacher certification in elementary education. Daisy Moreno, who also majored in criminology. Rocio Patino, who also majored in criminology. Arlis Perez, who also majored in criminology. Jacqueline Torres. In the Department of Interdisciplinary Major of the Study of Women and Gender, the degree of Bachelor of Arts in the Study of Women and Gender, Dominique Rodriguez, who also majored in Sociology and Criminology, University Honors. In the Department of Theater Arts and Music, the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Music, Brandon Forrest. Brianna Avia Martin. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Theater Arts, Allison Joy Braun. And the degree of Bachelor of Science in Natural Science, University Honors, magna cum laude. Rebecca Christine Duff, University Honors, summa cum laude. Norma Gabriela Moreno, who also majored in psychology. Jacob Ryan Stork is completing teacher certification in elementary education, magna cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Pastoral Ministry, Megan Patrice Graves, who also majored in Black World Studies, University Honors. The degree of Bachelor of Arts in Theology, Brent James Smith, who also majored in Corporate Communications, University Honors, magna cum laude. In Theology, Jamie Ann Visser, magna cum laude.
The degree of Bachelor of Medical Science, Anna Adonane. Roy Aguilar. Alejandra Elena Benitez. Brian Robert Compton. Christina Cook. Gregory Arthur Lloyd Jordan. Vida Laudarji. Christina Mihailovic. Nicole Rose Nardi Mulkowski. Catherine Wynn, University Honors, Distinction in Biochem. Dana Nicole Pomeroy. Carrie Rankin.
No, you.
Hi, I'm Dave Aaron, Chair of the Undergraduate Business Programs for the Brennan School of Business. Madam President, I have the honor to present candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science. They have complied fully with the requirements of Dominican University's Brennan School of Business and have been recommended by the faculty to the trustees of the university for their degrees. Professor of Economics Daniel Condon, Faculty Marshal, will assist President Carroll with the diplomas.
In the Brennan School of Business, the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration, Faisal Aloyaidi. Alejandra Anguiano, cum laude. Vanessa Chaides, cum laude. Yadira Chavez. Colin Patrick Conway. Taylor DeRue. Maite Dominguez, who also majored in international business, magna cum laude. John Fiore. Jesmeli Gonzalez. Crystal Sabrina Hammond. Jacob Michael Lagansky. Miguel Linares. Zachary Angelo Lombardi. Jonathan Lopez, cum laude. Margarita Linda Lopez. Mitchell Scott McCaffrey. Rebecca Message, cum laude. Olga Navarrete. Corey O'Brien. Amy Teresan Paulini. Destiny Petrov. Dwayne Allen Porter. Cassandra Marie Poulos. Victoria Simone Treadwell. Carla Alicia Vargas, who also majored in international business, cum laude. Sam Viola, cum laude. In the Brennan School of Business, the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Economics, Mike Foley. Daniela Pastrana, who also majored in business administration. Samantha Ann Zidek, University Honors, summa cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Brian Jacobs, cum laude. Robert Thomas Kaschok. Angela Ramirez. Rafael Ramirez. Rudy Rivera. The degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Musad Alangari. Fahad Al-Katani. Peter Angelopoulos, summa cum laude. William Cortez, cum laude. Simone DeBari. Graham Matthias Hirschberg. Kevin Edward Kortum, University Honors, cum laude. Bartholomew Lapsa, cum laude. Michael Bruno Nardi. Patrick Plishka. Andrew Sabarnia, who also majored in economics. The degree of Bachelor of Science in Economics, Christopher Anthony Ramirez, who also majored in business administration.
I am Dr. Colleen Reardon, Dean of the School of Education. Madam President, I have the honor to present candidates for the degree of Bachelors of Arts. They have complied fully with all the requirements of Dominican University School of Education, and they have been recommended by the faculty to the trustees of the university for their degrees. Dr. Josephine Tabit-Sarvis, Faculty Marshal, will assist President Carroll with the diplomas.
In the School of Education, the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood Education, Chelsea Christine Baker, who also majored in psychology, University Honors, magna cum laude. Tiffany Isabel Guel, cum laude. Jennifer Ann Sendra, who also majored in psychology.
Candidates, members of the faculty, and trustees, please rise.
By the power vested in me by the Cincinnati Dominican Congregation, the Board of Higher Education of the State of Illinois, and the trustees of Dominican University, and with the consent of the faculty, I hereby confer upon you the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Medical Science, respectively. Congratulations, graduates.
Seated.
The diploma you have earned symbolizes your many years of study and effort. While this may be the end of your formal education at Dominican, it is not the end of your pursuit of knowledge, nor an end of your relationship with Dominican University. Graduates, I hope you take a real love of learning and a true sense of pride in your accomplishments from Dominican. We look forward to hearing of your future achievements and to claiming you proudly as Dominican alums. Your diploma also symbolizes the care and support, both emotional and financial, that you have received from parents, grandparents, spouses, and children. Would all those present who have supported a graduate please stand? I think they deserve a round of applause.
And now, Nancy Collins Rodriguez, Rosary College class of 1967, and member of Dominican's Board of Trustees, will welcome our newest graduates on behalf of the university's Alumni Association. Nancy?
Thank you, Cheryl. Well, look at you. When you walk through the university entrance for the first time, whether you were attracted to the university via self-discovery, were a legacy student, the son or daughter, niece, nephew, grandson or granddaughter of an alum, were a transfer student, or if you were the first generation in your family to attend a university, what a great day. I imagine you had a feeling when you entered the campus, a feeling of excitement, anticipation, adventure, curiosity, and yes, maybe even you were a bit wary. You were in a new place, planning a course of studies that would literally shape your future. And as weeks passed, like many of us, you were working and studying. You were studying and working, performing research, continuing family responsibilities, participating in service projects, preparing portfolios and resumes, acquiring all-important internships. The list was very long and possibly felt really overwhelming at times. And yet, through all the intensities and challenges, you made wonderful new friends. You established lasting bonds with this amazing group of faculty and advisors, and you learned to think not only critically, but also creatively. This weekend, feel this incredible pride of accomplishment. You are filled with a sense of gratitude to all who supported you in your dream of an undergraduate degree at Dominican University. Achieving your dream is not only anchored in your own hard work, but also in the tremendous emotional and financial support offered by your family, your friends, and truly a legacy of giving, caring, and involved faculty and alumni. Since my own candle and rose ceremony and very happy graduation day, I returned to Dominican as an Alumni Association board member, a fundraising sponsor, an attendee at many lectures and concerts, as a student career and internship mentor, and as a guest lecturer in the Brennan School of Business. My greatest honor is to serve the university as a member of the Board of Trustees. My graduation was not the end of 4 years, but it was the beginning of an ongoing relationship with this vibrant and growing university. Whether are you going onward to continue your career or you're entering a career, I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on the journey that you began when you walked through the Division Street entrance onto the Dominican campus and into its spirit. You have mastered your disciplines. What you have accomplished here will serve you very well, and in the highest Dominican tradition, it will help you serve others. As I welcome you as new members of the Alumni Association of Dominican University, I invite you, I truly do, to stay connected and contribute to this wonderful university. As you travel the world, and you will, come back and share your perspectives. You will help shape this university for the next generation of graduates. This has been your home. It has shaped your lives. Come back. We will look for you. You will take us forward. And remember Dominican, as Dominican will surely always remember you. Congratulations and best wishes for a lifetime of success.
Thank you, Nancy. And now I ask us all to please rise to join composer Sue Kaczynski and the Royal Trumpet Works in singing our alma mater, so proudly Dominican.
Vision strong and a wisdom true that will carry for all to see. Like the light of the candle we bear, the flame of our truth will shine. Like the rose that we hold with care, the strength of our love will guide us in veritas and in gloritas. We believe our dreams begin as we follow those who have led our way. And so proudly with the light of your guiding star, we find our
Please remain standing for the benediction. After the benediction, please remain in your seats, all of those who are not graduates, until the graduates have exited. John D. Costanza, Director of University Ministry, will offer today's benediction. John?
Graduates, it is time. Your hard work and study are finished, and the community that you have built here will last a lifetime. College is now transformed into the gift of memory. So we send you forth in the same manner that you entered, in prayer with you and for you. I ask all present to extend a hand over our graduates. God of community, these graduates have met you in the halls of Lewis and Parmer and Fine Arts. They have encountered you in prayer, study, and service. They witness your care in relationships with mentors and teachers. they experience your embrace in friends and family. You have led them and all of us to this moment of celebration and joy. May your joy, this joy of having accomplished something great, endure. May it grow in truth and in love and sustain each one of them in times of challenge. They are ready, God, assured in your unwavering presence. May they leave this community to transform others with and through that love, to serve all as neighbors in truth, and to place justice and right relationship at the center of a world they will help you to create. We ask all of this in the name of the Holy One that we know as truth and love. Amen.